kid you not, as soon as I turned on the camera, my heart just like immediately started beating really hard. But I'm going to deal with it because I have something to tell you guys.
I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I just felt like I couldn't.
I felt like it was my fault.
I needed to learn to love myself before I could expect other people to love me for that.
Why am I ashamed of who I am?
I'm not passing as anything, I'm being.
I'm about to tell my mom.
Kind of like freaking out right now.
We just wanted to like call and tell you.
Because I'm tired of hiding. And I'm tired of lying by omission.
Dad, I'm gay.
It feels so good to say that.
You still love me? I still love you, Mom.
Nothing would stop me from loving you, my dear.
I love you, kid.
I'm just gonna start off by saying there's no golden ticket that you find on the street one day that says, "Congrats, you're gay." It's not easy, and it's a really long process.
Come on, you can talk about anything. You can talk about, you know, school, friends, graduation, love life, boyfriends.
God, you too? Did Mom put you up to this or something?
Absolutely no. Good. But if you're uncomfortable,
No, it's not. I'm not.
no, really,
I'm
you
not
don't have to talk
uncomfortable
about it.
talking about it. I hate everybody trying to put a label on me. Can I just be undeclared?
Just you and me. Just nothing you say will ever be repeated. You do have a question. Spit 'em.
How did you know you were straight?
Wow, that's a good question. I guess I just knew.
Just wasted thinking about the past again. Darling, you'll be okay. She said.
We're on. Hey Shay, what advice would you give for a teen questioning their sexuality? I don't think that there should be any pressure on you to try and figure it out or to come up with an answer. I don't think you have to. I think you fall in love with who you fall in love with, and that's what's most important. Do what feels right to you and what is true to you, because at the end of the day, this is your life, and you need to be as authentic with it as you can. So the people that care about you are going to love and accept you no matter what, and I don't think you have to put a timer on, you know, what you have to come up with as an answer for your sexuality. It doesn't matter, you know, just love who you love. That is what I would say to you.
There's no golden ticket. There's no one who's gonna tell you that you are for sure gay. You're gonna question yourself a lot. You don't have to know. You don't have to put a label on yourself. You can say, yes, I'm attracted to girls, and I understand that. And if putting a label on yourself makes you feel more comfortable, then you can do that.
I'm gonna take your order.
Can you give me 1 second, please?
Sure, take your time.
Mom, what you want? You want number 9? Okay. Alright. Can I have 2 number 9s? But is it possible for one of them to have chicken in it?
Sure.
Okay, cool. So, I need 2 number 9s, 1 chicken, 1 regular. Both are gonna have no sour cream. For the one with the chicken, I want a Pepsi, no ice. And for the one that's regular, I want a root beer, no ice. Mom, I think he's gay.
No, cut it out. He's not gay.
Alright, fine.
Don't ask him.
Okay. I'm gonna give you my card. I'm gonna pay now.
Okay, fine.
Before I leave, I'm just gonna ask like this. Before I leave, would there happen to be any homosexuals working here?
He is.
You know, you can really help me enhance my grade. I'm in sociology class right now, and I'm working on a group project, and we're actually studying homosexuals. Would you be able to allow me to interview you?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Yeah. Mom, I think he's gay.
No, cut it out. He's not gay.
Alright, fine.
Don't Don't ask him.
Okay. I'm gonna give you my card. I'm gonna pay now.
Okay, fine.
Before I leave, I'm just gonna act like this. Before I leave, would there happen to be any homosexuals working here?
He is.
You know, you can really help me enhance my grade. I'm in sociology class right now, and I'm working on a group project, and we're actually studying homosexuals. Would you be able to allow me to interview you?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
All right. All right.
All right, just pull up front and we'll just do the interview that way. Cause
All
I
right.
got customers.
All right. That works. That works.
So what do you want to ask?
So what made you curious about being gay?
You know, I was 7 years old and I kind of had an erection while I kissed another male, so I think that was it.
Okay. Right. And how does your family feel about the gay community?
The males hate gay men because they think they will try to come at them, but as long as you keep your distance, they're fine. But they love gay women because they can keep them from being gay. The females don't care. As a whole, my family kind of accepts the community, but doesn't gravitate towards them.
Okay. Was your family receptive of you?
Some of my family was accepting of me. Some weren't. I don't really care.
Okay. And have you sought out gay communities or clubs?
I've been to several gay clubs. Paradise in Asbury, clubs in New York and Maryland. They're fun.
Alright. Have you been in a same-sex relationship?
I've dated 7 guys, but I got married to a woman.
Okay. How long did it take you to come out?
Well, I've only been out for a year. I took to my family. I came out to my family 6 months ago. To my coworkers 6 weeks ago.
Okay. So it's kind of God sent that I got here today, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, have you ever been in a heterosexual relationship, and which do you prefer?
Well, I've been married to a woman for 10 years. I'm freshly divorced, but I prefer to be with a man because I get more enjoyment. Everything's better with men.
Okay. And how does this interview make you feel?
I'm fine with this interview. I feel great.
All right. Can you see yourself marrying someone of the same gender?
Yeah, now I see myself marrying a man.
And were you receptive of yourself?
Absolutely after I came out. But I'm a laid-back guy. You won't know I'm gay unless I tell you or act a certain way. A female tried to talk to me, and tried to hook me up with her friend, but I told her she was barking the wrong tree.
I want to thank you so much for allowing me to interview you today.
Oh, you're welcome.
You really enhanced my grade.
Yeah, you go, girl.
Welcome back to the Wendy DeGeneres Show! Our guest today is a young adult named Denise questioning her sexuality. Let's go! Hi, Wendy. Thank you for having me. How are you? We're gonna do our shoe cam. Put your shoes in, girlfriend, and we're gonna show everybody what we have on today. Who are you wearing?
I believe this is Nike.
Woo! Nike! Okay. Denise, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. So I have a few questions to help our audience and members at home better understand what it is to be questioning your sexuality. It is sexuality, not gender, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm questioning my sexuality. Well, I was aware at 15, but I've always known since I was born that I was gay.
But what made you curious about being gay or people of the same sex?
Well, in sophomore year, there was this blonde girl in my gym class. Yeah, and she was super cute. And for some reason, like, I was really attracted to her in a way that I've never been attracted to any other guy before. So I feel like that triggered it.
Interesting.
And also, my taste in music, I like to listen to like heavy metal rock, and I think like that kind of music is like freedom of expression, and like I feel like myself when I listen to that kind of music.
That's fantastic. And was your family receptive of you? How do they feel about the gay community?
For the most part, they're okay. My dad, he was cool about it. He was just worried about like me having kids, but I've always wanted to adopt anyway. My mom, she was upset, but she was supportive. She just wanted to help me out. And my siblings, they were completely okay with it. It was great.
I'm glad to hear that. Very nice. Have you ever been in a same-sex relationship?
Yes, I currently am right now with my girlfriend.
Oh, how's that going?
It's going great.
Is it really?
Yeah, we've been together for 3 years.
Really? Congrats. So, Denise, how long did it take you to come out?
With my friends, it took about 2 years. With my family, about 3.
Very nice. Have you ever been in a heterosexual relationship?
Absolutely not. Never. No intentions. None.
Wow, that's great. So, how does this interview make you feel?
It doesn't bother me at all. I'm completely comfortable with it. If it could help someone else, I'm happy.
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for coming. Can you see yourself marrying someone of the same gender?
Yeah. If I even decide to get married.
Oh, we got Roman card here. Were you receptive of yourself?
Yes. I'm very open-minded, but I was mostly worried about how my loved ones would feel, who would accept me, and all that.
Makes sense. And lastly, can you remember the exact moment?
Okay, well, I have been gay since I was born, like I said. But Kristen Stewart in The Runaways, wow, that made my heart melt. That
Oh! Thank you so much, Denise! Thank you!
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
You want to do an interview for class?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, sure. Are you questioning your sexuality?
I'm questioning my sexuality, yes.
What is your perception on homosexuals?
They're just like everyone else. They just so happen to like the same sex.
What made you curious about your sexuality?
I don't know if one particular incident sparked my curiosity. I think I just noticed it more and more over time.
How does your family feel about homosexuality?
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. I think they're indifferent to it. I feel as though they prefer for me to be straight, but I think they would still love me the same. My extended family is the problem. My dad's family is Italian Catholic, and my mom's family is Irish Catholic. I don't know if the older generation would be as fond of me dating someone of the same gender, let alone marrying them.
Are they religious?
Yes.
Are you officially out?
Partially, I told my closest friends, except for a few who I'm still waiting to see in person. If someone asked me, though, I would tell them. I'm on dating apps and websites, so it's not a secret. Everyone has responded positively, which has made it easier for me to tell people. One of my friends even told me that she wasn't even surprised. I'm sure other friends felt the same and just didn't say anything. I have not told anyone in my family yet. I think I'll tell my brother and sister, but hold off on telling my parents until I get serious with someone.
Oh, okay. Who are you out to?
Pretty much just my closest friends at the moment.
Oh, okay. Okay. Have you been to any LGBT clubs or organizations?
No, but I would love to go to Pride.
Do you have any friends or family members who are gay?
Besides Joelle, I only have one friend who has labeled herself as bisexual.
What age did you start questioning?
Freshman year was the year I realized that the feelings I have towards guys is not what most other guys feel. It was then concerning to consider the
did you take to come out?
Long time. I didn't tell my first person until after my freshman year of college, and it was Joelle.
That's sweet. Does this interview make you feel uncomfortable?
A few months ago it may have, but now that more people know, I feel better about it. Truthfully, I feel like it'll be more comfortable to talk about it in front of my family, which is why I'm putting off telling them.
Is it hard to talk about?
With them, yes, but in general, with anyone, I can freely talk about it.
Do you see yourself marrying as a homosexual or heterosexual couple?
To make my life so much easier, I truthfully hope that I marry as a heterosexual couple. It'd be easier for all parties, family, children, myself. However, I guess if I really loved a man and could see myself spending the rest of my life with him, then I would consider it.
Were you accepting of yourself at first?
Absolutely not. I refuse to believe it. There was no way I could get into I was into guys if I am a guy. Truthfully, I thought it was just a phase that a lot of people to go through. But then I realized phases don't last as long and slowly began to accept it.
Who was your first homosexual crush?
I think Zac Efron from High School Musical really did it.
Mine was Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, I love her.
Can you remember the first moment you realized you had an attraction to the opposite sex?
In middle school, especially since everyone was hitting puberty, they were becoming more mature.
Do you wish you came out earlier or later?
I usually try not to regret things in my life. I believe everything happens for a reason, so I wasn't entirely sure. As of now, my guy friends who I'm living with next year and currently living with this year, seeing as I'm not entirely sure if they'd be comfortable with living with a gay guy, but I ended up telling them and they're completely fine with it. I feel my family will be much harder to come out to as well.
Are you going to any Pride festivals this year?
Hell yeah! Let's go! Yes!
June 7th at
Yep.
Liberty Park.
Let's do it.
Do you ever gender bend, wear women's clothes, paint nails, makeup?
You know, I'm not too big into gender bending. I have nothing against it though, it just doesn't interest me.
Have you ever been through a self-destructive phase while in questioning?
If by self-destructive you mean physically harming, then no. Mentally, it was harder, and emotionally, I kept telling myself to cut it out and stop lying to myself, constantly being torn between suppressing it and accepting it. It was a really bad time.
Do you love yourself?
Yes. Sometimes I wish I wasn't even put in this position because it would make life just so much easier, but, you know, I'm learning to accept it.
Were there any signs from childhood that would make others suspicious that you were questioning your sexuality?
You know, I wasn't too big into sports. I don't know if that works. But it's not like I used to kiss boys when I was younger. As far as I know, there were no signs that people might say otherwise.
Who was your gay idol if you had one?
Not really sure if I have one, to be honest. Gus Kentworthy, who's a famous snowboarder, came out around the same time that I was considering coming out. I guess you can say that he may have had some influence.
What are your thoughts on how homosexuality is perceived in the media and in America in general?
Truthfully, I think it's made into such a big deal. I just wish we lived in a world where you didn't have to come out. I'm glad it's becoming more and more accepting, and it makes it easier to accept myself. More TV shows and movies are utilizing gay people, characters, couples. I think it just makes it more real. I feel like it's overhyped and it has such a stigma to it and sometimes gives it such a negative vibe to the general public. But considering that more and more people are coming out and more accepting of those who do come out, it is getting better.
Any other thoughts you wish you shared on the matter?
In all honesty, I'm not 100% okay with being who I am, and I feel like that's okay. I don't know if I'll ever be 100% okay with it, but I feel like, you know what, that's life. I'm constantly learning and growing and accepting. I've made so much progress even from last summer. 6 years ago, I was a freshman in high school, scared out of my mind while laying on the bedroom floor, hoping this phase would all be over soon. I told myself that I wanted to be 18 and have my life figured out. Little did I know that at 18 I'd be more confused than ever. If you told me that I would be in this position I am 6 years ago, I would have never believed you. I was so honored when you asked me to help with this project. It's truthfully the first time I got to share my story, and from something I've been keeping from everyone. When I came out to everyone, I didn't want to bore them with all the details and tell them about every step of my journey because I felt like it wasn't important, but it is. Every part of yourself is important, past, present, and future. I feel so much for the future, but fear so much for the future, but that's okay because there are worse things to worry about than who I'm going to marry. I just hope that whatever happens is for the best, and that I'm happy that everyone around me is happy. I guess the big thing to take away is that everything will be okay. I'm still learning and exploring, just putting my feet in the water. I'm excited for what's to come. I'm not entirely sure what to label myself as. I guess to make things easier, I could just say I'm bisexual. But I like to think of myself more as open. Why be tied down? There's so much to look forward to, and I have so many people who love me for who I am, and that's literally all I could ask for. I hope the world begins to see questioning people in the same way one day.
Taking me home, or I'm going to your house?
Well, first of all, you're coming with me, and you're going to answer my questions from the interview because you blew me off last week.
Well, the reason why I blew you off because we were in the house of the Lord. I didn't want to get kicked out.
No, you're being dramatic. You're being dramatic. Well, you're not going home until you answer my questions.
Okay, fine. Just bring on the questions.
All right, let me pull over. Okay. Let me just grab my questions. So, are you questioning sexuality or gender?
Yes. I think it's a phase. Boys may be cute, but I don't do anything. I just look.
You just look.
Just look.
Okay, so what made you curious about being gay?
Running track at Long Branch High School. Male uniforms, spandex.
Of course.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay, so how does your family feel about the gay community?
Not all my family knows. My mom and my father know.
And me.
Of course. Okay. And they were receptive.
Where you said my family was receptive.
Not all my family knows. My mom, my father know. They were receptive. Others may assume, but they don't know for sure. My father bought Converses for me when I was younger because he thought that I was trend for homosexual males.
Wow. So have you sought out any gay communities or clubs?
Plenty of them.
Have you ever been in a same-sex relationship?
I've had 3 relationships. The longest was 3 years, 2 months, 1 weekend a day.
So you've been everywhere. Okay. Yeah. So how long did it take you to come out?
Forever, but still on a need-to-know basis.
Have you ever been in a heterosexual relationship?
Yes.
Which one do you prefer?
There's no preference. I like being single better.
Oh, okay. Good choice. How does this interview make you feel?
It makes me feel like Caitlyn Jenner, although I would never have sex change. Back in the day, I would have felt weird, awkward.
Were you receptive of yourself?
When I first know a lot going on in my mind, religion, family is religious. You're going to hell. I didn't want to hear that. At the moment, I was not receptive, but I grown to accept myself.
Yeah. Can you remember the exact moment when you knew you were gay?
I was 12, 13 years old watching White Chicks, the scene with Terry Crews on the beach.